The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
Men, if you're over 30 and thinking about TRT, you should know there is another solution.
That's right, Limpy. Muscle Med's Vitamin T is formulated to support peak physical performance. Yes, even in the bedroom, Frankie. It's packed with 20-plus essential vitamins and minerals and test-boosting ingredients proven to boost free testosterone in just 7 days.
Why wouldn't you want a multivitamin that helps boost your stamina and libido? It's everything you need to stay on top of your game.
Plus, Muscle Med's Vitamin T helps with overall health and immune support.
Yeah, Vitamin T should help your ground and pound game too, Raj, because I heard it sucks. Be a man with Vitamin T.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Can you hear me now?
It might have even been Annex on Annex side.
Can you hear me now?
Yes!
Yeah.
What did you just hit right there?
Well, you're on speakerphone now.
Oh, so it was your
It was these ghetto fucking Amazon specials right here. I'm out of work. That's all I can afford, bro.
well, well, you can't even get them shipped anymore. All right, hang on one second,
Yeah,
Paul.
my earbuds fell off the crane. I'm sorry.
Earbuds are in a container somewhere on a ship that we can't move.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. So we got my buddy Paulie on Zoom right now. As most people know, or if you're not, you're going to be aware very soon, the dock workers all over the U.S. are on strike. And rather than read headlines to you guys, rather than speculate, we thought we would get my buddy Paulie on here, who's a crane operator at Port Newark, and tell us exactly what is going on. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what are you doing, gentlemen?
How you doing, pal?
It's been a very long 2 days so far.
Yeah, well, walk us through this. So this, I don't think most people even get how goods get delivered. And I think, 60% of goods come by way of ship or something like that into the U.S.?
65 to 75%, yes.
Okay. All right.
Almost pretty much every car we have in this country comes through us. All our produce, TVs, basically everything we have. Our motorcycles, everything we have comes here. The initial start of this whole situation is a port in Mobile, Alabama, implemented automation at their gate, which got the whole union fired up, because they basically breached contract by doing that. You're not allowed to have automation. It's in our contract right now that we don't have, but the old contract, they turned it on without anybody telling anybody, and that got everything fired up.
So essentially, walk me through. In China, everything's basically automated, correct? And they're trying to bring that here to the States to
Probably 90%
save.
of China is automated.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's 88,000 dock workers here or something like that between.
A total of 88,000, yeah.
And they want to eliminate the vast majority of you guys and automate it. So they would basically just need very little manpower, and the rest would be done by robots.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it
So they
started.
want to basically take all our jobs, and listen, it's the money obviously is a portion of it, but we're securing our job. We don't need the money. We're securing our job by stopping the automation.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Gotcha.
Everybody thinks, oh, longshoremen make tons of money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we do make very good money. But
We work a lot out.
we work around the clock, 7 days a week, holidays, any weather. It is what it is. We don't see our kids like Raj. I can't go with my kids to their game like you take your kids, you know? I have to be here. I have to make money for my kids.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know.
And it's just, it's a messed up situation right now for everybody. And until this gets resolved, it's only going to get worse for everybody.
Right. Yeah. No. How do you see negotiations going? We're on day 2. Obviously, there was some headway from what I read. I believe Frankie read me something that said they were offering like 50% raise, and you guys are looking at 70. It's you called it something before, 5 by 6 or something like that. You were saying?
5 over 6.
5 over 6, right? Explain to us what that means.
It's $5 a year over 6 years in the long term.
Okay.
Which is 61.5%, Rod. That number in the media, that 70-something, 77%, that's a made-up number. That's not what our president is asking for. They're asking for 61.5%.
Yes.
Over 5 years.
Yeah.
Over 5 years.
Okay.
6 years. 6 years.
6 years.
6-year contract.
Yes.
All right, understood. Now, where did the negotiations fall apart? It's more on the automation side from, I guess, what you were telling me before?
Yes. These shipping companies basically make, put it this way, 5 years ago, to import or export a container out of or into this country, it was $6,000. You know what it is today?
Twice that.
$30,000.
Oh, wow, that much. Wow.
Now, you have container brokers in these companies, like, say, Roger, say you want to ship a Harley from here to Brazil, right? You don't need a whole container. They're going to still charge you that money. And then say me or Ryan want to ship something else somewhere else. They're going to add it to that box. So they're making $60,000 on one container.
Going to the same
place. So they're doubling their money on
Gotcha.
one box.
So essentially, you guys want a piece of that pie.
We want a piece of that pie. They made over $300 billion last year.
Damn.
I'm in the wrong.
300 billion would it be?
I'm in the wrong business.
Well, yeah, me too. Me too. You want to open a shipping company? Let's do it.
But like you guys not working, is that just gonna make the automation come quicker? You know what I mean?
No,
like
absolutely not. Absolutely. Don't believe the news. Don't believe all that bullshit. It's just, first of all, it takes the infrastructure to do something like that. You'd have to close every port down
for like 3 years.
to
to get
start
it all
that
up to speed.
kind of
right.
construction to do that. Everything is underground. It's all magnetic. It's all wired underground. It's all robotics, bro. It's just they can't make it happen here
Yeah.
without stopping us like we are now. But it would take years to do that.
Like, you ever seen a warehouse, like an Amazon warehouse, where those robots, they move in and out? You ever seen that online?
Sure, yeah.
That underground stuff, what Paulie's saying, the magnet,
Yep.
they would have to rip up all of this pavement and redo all of that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The construction
And
for
with
it.
still continuing to service trucks and ships.
Right. Well,
Which
let's
is probably-
let's just say hypothetically that comes in 20 years down the line. How do they do that and still, run a shipyard? I mean, that's almost impossible, isn't it?
Well,
Would
they
he
would
direct
probably-
it somewhere else?
Well, right now we have 4 ports where we are.
Yeah.
We have. Am I allowed to say names here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Sealand. We're at Mar Terminals. We have. So I'm assuming if that ever was to happen, somebody would have to buy out our companies and bring them there while we shut down. They implement that automation process here,
Understood.
and then they bring it over here and they do the same thing in return.
I gotcha.
But
Yep.
they can't handle that kind of. They can't handle that.
Right.
They can't handle
They can't handle the truth.
I mean, that's an incredible amount of people to be without work. 88,000 people.
Yeah.
But listen,
bro.
I hear that Biden's hiring something like 80,000 for the IRS. Maybe you guys could just jump over there,
Yeah. The IRS don't like us too much.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
only in January.
so are there guys sitting right now at the table trying to get this deal done? I mean, what's going on,
we're
or is it
being-
a stalemate?
We're being told that the last offer was
61.5.
Six-
Oh, no, the 50%. Like you said.
50% right
We didn't
now.
hear anything else.
That's the last we heard, and we don't know if that's facts.
Mhm.
Last we heard was they offered 50% raise.
Okay.
Has
Oh, we
this
don't know
happened
if they-
before?
they're-
Has this ever happened before? Well, you guys?
1977 was the last time this happened, and it was for 3 months.
3 months.
So wait, all
And
shipping
they were
was shut
going.
down.
They were going for an 80-cent raise. 80 cents.
Was
in
that during like the
1977.
oil embargo and all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 2.
So just see the difference, bro. 80. You're talking 80 cents, man. 80 cents raise, and they went for 3 months.
Wow.
And you know what, guys? It's different. Like what you guys hear in the news every past 2 days. Oh, they're so greedy. They're asking for all this money. The money is such a secondary issue to the automation language in our contract. That is the biggest thing.
I get
The
it.
money, whenever any entity negotiates contracts, whether it's police, firemen, whoever, you're always going to ask for more money. It's stupid not to. but it's that extra shit, that automation to save our job for the. Here's the thing: we're only talking to save our job for the next 6 years, not for life. This is just so we can get through the next 6 years, and then 6 years from now, this is going to happen again.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
it's going to be worse.
Did you guys follow that UPS strike that happened maybe about a year ago, something like that? I got a couple of buddies that work for UPS, so I was kind of following along. Essentially,
That's when they got that $170,000 a year.
They did get a significant pay increase. Literally, I don't know, maybe 3 months later, 4 months later, UPS laid off something like, I'm taking a shot in the dark here, but 40,000 employees or something like that. Does that concern you guys that you get the pay increase, you get what you want, and the company says, well, we still got to make our margins, we still got to make our bottom line? No, okay.
No.
They can't fire us.
Listen, UPS wouldn't function without us. UPS wouldn't exist without us.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hate to say it, and it sounds a little cocky, but this country cannot run without us. We control every single thing that comes here.
Yeah.
And nobody, you tell people, I'm a longshoreman, you meet people out. Oh, yeah, you got a great job, yeah. Yeah, we do have a great job, but nobody knows what's entailed in that job.
Yeah. That's why I make
seeing your kid's dance class or your dance recital because you have to be here. And, it's a lot of work for a decent amount of money, and nobody seems to understand what's involved. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, understood. People take a lot for granted, right? Everything gets delivered. America runs on logistics. I'm in logistics as myself, and people just expect it to be there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's they don't understand these. I can see where people would think that these guys are greedy or whatever, but they don't understand that there's a lot entailed.
So if they came to the table, and were like, all right, hey, no more automation. We'll at least for 6 years, we'll cut that out. You guys will be willing to get back to work, right?
Well,
I don't think he wants more than 50%. At least get close to the 61.5 he's asking.
Yeah.
He's very steadfast on that. He's very determined to stay there.
He's basically the Donald Trump of the ILA. He don't take no shit.
Gotcha.
He's been here since 1967, and he don't back down.
And he's an ex-Navy vet.
Yeah, he don't fuck around.
He's a badass dude.
Yeah. I'm in the Teamsters myself. We got some guys that come down and ruffle some feathers when we need it done, but we got 2 years left on our contract, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah.
Well, we're going to support you guys if you guys go on strike, because the Teamsters came out and supported us this morning.
Yeah, they came out this morning, bro.
Right on, man. Right on.
There was a line of fucking trucks.
They did a convoy.
It's my bad. Can I curse?
Yeah, you can.
You can do whatever you want, bro.
It's like Howard Stern. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Where's Robin? We had a line of trucks. Maybe 15, 20 deep came this afternoon honking their horns at us.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, listen, America wants you guys to get back to work. We want you guys to get back to work. I mean, there's no question about it. Everybody wants their stuff delivered. Now, my final question, I'm sure these gentlemen have some for you, is what about like produce sitting offshore right now? I mean, produce doesn't last long. What about bananas and fucking carrots?
Bananas are in a controlled environment in a refrigerated container.
Okay.
Until they're out of that environment, they don't ripen.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know about other produce as far as that, because I personally, for many years, unloaded bananas.
Okay.
So once the bananas is taken out of that environment, that's when they ripen.
Gotcha.
Other than bananas, listen, every piece of produce in this country comes through these boxes.
Okay.
So I don't know as far as.
So there's nothing.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's the same. I'm assuming it's the same because they're chilled to a temperature. Because God forbid the ship breaks down and it's stuck at sea.
Right.
It's got to be maintained.
Roger's jealous. You got to play with
And that's where
bananas all the time.
the pressure for everything will now be on the shipping companies. It's not on us.
Right.
It's on them to make a deal. We have the deal. This is the deal we want. Everyone now, all those goods that are out to sea.
So that's what
they're going to start getting pressure from customers. Please, let's go.
So you're negotiating with your union head or against the shipping companies?
It's all the ship. It's called USMX. It's like 6 companies from foreign countries, China, all these countries that make stupid amounts of money. Like,
and they're the ones that pay you guys.
They pretty much pay us.
Right.
But one of I know the CEOs or the president of one of these companies gave himself a $12 billion bonus for Christmas.
Jeez.
Wow.
So these are the numbers. They're like astronomical, non-fathomable numbers that we're talking here.
He's a great crane operator.
Thank you.
Any
The truck guy with the $12 billion ring.
Oh,
Any-
yeah,
any possibility that they could bring in scabs? I mean, non-union guys.
never
and
happened.
It never happened.
They would get piped in the head.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
If you saw the news, the guy tried to break the picket yesterday in Boston.
oh really?
Oh yeah, it's all over the news. He was bloodied.
Oh, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Wait, to go to work?
He tried to go into the port to either take the trash out, but he tried to run everybody over, and they pulled him out of the truck, and
Damn.
it wasn't a good scene.
All right. So that's unlikely to happen. Now I know there's a local company by me, significant. It's a liquor company that did that. They had a big strike. I don't know the number of employees, but in the hundreds. Decent for our area, and it was they hired scabs to come in, and it didn't go well because they got to break that the picket line, and then union guys were following them around to different things, talking to owners of the store, saying, "Listen, refuse this load," support local unions, and it didn't go well for them, and they ended up settling that contract, getting what they wanted. It took about a month, I think, but they did in the end get what they wanted.
Even if they hired guys, right? Let's just say hypothetically, these guys wouldn't even know how to turn a machine on.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying that to
different than
Frankie.
driving a truck.
The training down here is done by longshoremen.
Right.
So once you move up in stature in your career, you're trained by a longshoreman in a certain piece of equipment. It's not like a company guy trains. So even if they hired guys, no one would know how to operate a straddle or a crane or any of it.
Yeah, there's a lot involved.
Frankie's pretty good at a straddle.
Yeah, straddle. Yeah.
All right, so I'm pretty much done with my my limited normal questions. We've got our favorite conspiracy theorist in here, Jesse, and he's definitely got some questions for you about exactly
Jess, what
you've seen come out of some of these containers. Have you ever seen small children come out of these? Have you ever seen any human smuggling?
Listen. I've been on the job 23 years. I'll tell you everything I've seen. I've seen a stowaway in Brooklyn.
Wow.
In Red Hook Terminal, come jumping out of a container and running down the string piece, which is called the dock, in a loincloth.
Oh God.
He was breathing through a straw for like 14 days.
Wow.
In a 200-degree container in a fucking loincloth.
Oh my God.
Just to come here. I personally saw that with my own eyes. I've seen about 200 kilos of cocaine come out of plantain boxes.
201. No.
I don't know what happened to the one. I don't know where it went. I don't know what you're talking about. No comment. But yeah, you see some crazy shit. I mean, it's gotten a lot different now. The security's gotten a lot tighter, and it's a lot harder. But listen, it's still going to come in. It is what it is.
I know.
You're not going to stop every single one.
Right.
And not every container gets
Auto theft everywhere, especially in our area, but I know everywhere, auto theft is up. And they say
they all come here.
Majority of cars end up at Port Newark. So
Yes,
if
they all
security
come
is up, how does that happen? I mean, how do they get stolen cars into shipping containers?
Basically, how it works is if you're a container broker, okay, and you have, let's say we're talking like street terminology. If you got a bad reputation in the street, they're gonna flag all your containers that come into the port.
Gotcha.
Any container that you sponsor or send out, they're gonna pull your boxes and check them. So if Joe Schmo over here is known for faulty cargo, fake pocketbooks, bags, cars, the whole 9 yards, they're gonna pull all his boxes before they get on the ship.
And how do you guys do that? Because you move them, you just set it off to the side. They do an inspection.
U.S. Customs will flag them, and we go get them out of the field.
Yeah.
We'll go grab them and set them aside, and they come with their dogs and everything, and they open them.
Gotcha.
But 90% of all the Range Rovers, Porsches, Mercedes, BMWs, all the stolen cars, you can fit up to 4 or 5 cars in a 45-foot container, and they all go to Africa.
Africa, huh?
Yeah, they take a Range Rover here that's, wow, what's a range? 180,000 fully loaded?
Yeah, new one.
And they sell it over there for almost 350,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was on the
Prince
team that
Hakeem?
did cars
Was that Prince
in Staten
Hakeem
Island. That's
buying
why I know.
Say that again,
it's no
Paulie.
joke.
Fine with blood money.
Blood money, yeah. Damn.
I didn't
I'm
hear
driving
that.
a Jeep Cherokee. That's I got a Jeep Cherokee. Child support the motherfucker.
Yeah, he's got a Jeep Cherokee, but he's got a $200,000 Harley. So.
Shut up!
All right, boys. Any questions for the fellas before we let them go back to the picket line?
Yeah, no, I wish you guys the best. Obviously, I mean, damn, this is like you said, this affects the whole country, man.
Christmas time is coming. People start ordering a lot of
I
shit.
just opened up a
Yo, just
jiu-jitsu
think
school,
about all
bro.
the money you'll save. You don't have to buy presents.
Yeah,
Bro, I just opened up a jiu-jitsu school. I got a gi order. I need gis, bro. I hope this shit gets resolved quickly
Oh,
because
that's
I need
coming from China,
gis.
bro. You're gonna be waiting on them geese a long time. But think about this also. If this lasts till tomorrow, the next day, every day that we stop backs everything up for 1 week.
Yeah,
It does.
Every day.
Right.
And you know how long? Okay, so let's just say one ship comes in. There's 8,000 containers on that ship. It's gonna take us 3 days to do that one ship.
right.
Well, they're not stopping chips in China right now from coming. They're still sending them, so they're just
probably
stacked.
dropped anchor by the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah, they're
waiting
just
to come in.
stacking up, right? Wow.
They're just stacking up. But it takes time to unload them. They're not
yeah.
Right,
fucking rowboats coming in. You're talking
Right.
10,000 containers.
By the end of the week, they estimate that out in the Sandy Hook anchor, down out there by Sandy,
By Sandy Hook, yeah.
there's estimated to be 35 ships by Friday.
Jesus, wow.
Just sitting there.
It'll take a long time to do 35 ships.
I would say. How many containers roughly on a ship? Roughly. I mean, I'm sure they're different.
Ballpark, a decent sized ship at the minimum is like 5,000.
Wow.
A big ship is probably 9,000 to 10,000.
And how many of those are evergreen?
Evergreen is our company. Evergreen's a monster company. The Evergreen ships are about 8,000, 9,000 moves.
Yeah, they're what you call a mega ship.
It's a mega ship, yeah.
I know you want to ask about. Remember when the ship got stuck sideways, and what canal was it? Was it the Panama?
Evergreen.
Suez Canal.
Suez.
Remember all the rumors that were surrounding the Evergreen thing? That was like Clinton's code name and all this. You guys believe in any? He believes in a lot of this shit. Do you guys believe there's any truth to any of that?
No.
That was human error.
All right. All right.
Predicted 4 years in advance.
Are you satisfied with that answer, Jesse?
No, because it was predicted it was said 4 years ago
All right.
before it happened.
All right. Well, you got any room up there for one more longshoreman?
Yeah.
Jesse wants to do some inspections on those things.
I don't know. We'll talk. Call me on the side, Roger.
All right. Well, thank you, boys. Appreciate
Yeah,
your
good
time.
luck. Good luck, fellas.
Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, boys.
Take care, guys.
All right. Take care, Paul.
Later.
All right. Later.
I didn't want to.
What are your final thoughts, gentlemen?
I didn't want to get too far into that.
Yeah, listen, bro. These guys, it's I see where they're coming from, but I mean, like, you hear they listen. Longshoremen make pretty good money, bro, and like, listen, Marky Lee, right? He's a fireman. He makes pretty good money. But he's not saying I gotta, like, I'm not trying to, like. He's like, I don't get to go to my kids this. I don't get. Yeah, but that's the perk of you also get to make a lot of money doing a job that's I don't know how hard it is. I have no idea how hard it is.
I understand
But you're
your
making
point.
good money, bro. That's why you picked that job,
I
and you
understand your
knew
point.
that you're gonna have to miss your kid shit. That's why you picked that job. You picked that job to make that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think, basic economics here says that
Listen.
these guys getting pay increases also is going to reflect in cost of goods, right? I mean,
They said that was
people-
secondary,
people
though.
are
the
gonna
money.
It always. That's what I'm saying. It always
trickle
falls
down
on the
effect.
consumer.
Correct.
So that means it's gonna fall on us,
Right.
right? And
Or like
and
UPS did,
I
there'll
do
be
I get
a
what,
lot of layoffs.
but I get what they're no, but he's saying it can't do that.
Right, that's why I
But
asked, yeah.
I get what they're saying. We're like, he's like, yo, these companies are making so much money.
True.
So why can't we? Like, no, then how about then these companies should not make that much money, so we don't brunt the cost.
Yeah, I
It
think,
shouldn't just go like you said, trickle down there. They're going to make more money. Then they're going to get charged more money.
right. I think that's their point, is that they should not be making such massive bonuses. I think that what they say, one CEO got
Yeah,
a $12 billion.
yeah.
Well, they also just want to secure their jobs, though, too.
Yeah.
No, that I get.
I
That
totally get the automation
but I
side.
get
I didn't-
that to
I
me.
get the money
to me,
side.
that's just a losing battle.
Yo, it is.
Right?
Yo,
'Cause
I know.
AI is coming
gonna
and
take
take
over
everything.
It's going to take over. so
AI is
many
going to take
jobs.
every mechanical job. I mean, I don't know
Bro,
how. Like, can it
everything.
Can it take plumbing away? I don't know. Like, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think it's
Jiu-jitsu
going
and
to take
stuff
over
like-
everything.
How?
I think it's good. There could be that much.
I don't know, but it's literally a
Hands.
robot. Like plumbing is. There's so much. Like plumbing, there's water pipe, there's gas pipe, there's waste pipe. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different intricate things. Like how does AI do that? I'm
Look
sure
how fast
eventually,
we're evolving.
listen, eventually it's gonna happen, but like,
Yeah.
how quickly? It's gonna happen. How
I
quickly?
think,
though?
I think there are things that are easier
Within the
than
next 5
others.
years.
I think,
Like that, yeah, that's-
unloading boxes, which is a fairly routine
Right.
type of thing, probably would be
A little bit,
easier,
yeah,
and
easier
they
to
could
do that,
they
right.
could substantiate the cost effectiveness of it. Where plumbing, I don't think technology is even close to being able to because nothing's standard. Nothing's like cut to a standard size. Or
right, yeah, exactly. Everything's different. Yeah. Right.
I think within the next 5 years, it's going to be totally different than what we've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, fast food's the best example of it, right? Fast food can
Everything.
be automated, and a lot of places are starting to go that way because.
Well, everything is automated. Even you go to Quick Check and Wawa. Like now, there's not even a cashier, and that's what drives me fucking nuts.
There's not a cashier?
Well,
There's one.
Oh,
There's like one usually, and now it's all the automated stuff.
Right. But theft is way up. They say Walmart.
No, because no one cares.
Walmart theft is like through the roof.
You see what those cash?
You see what California's
you
doing now?
You just don't ring it up.
You see, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
see
people
what
do.
California's doing though? Outside of stores, they're posting. Like the state is posting signs like "Do not." I don't know exactly how it's worded, but over $950 constitutes a felony. So steal less than $950, and we won't prosecute you with a felony. That's insane. You know what I mean?
We're the interesting times right now.
Ugh, bro.
So, and right before election too, right?
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Yeah, this is
all
kinda
the shit is
crazy.
going on right before election, right? It's like we knew it was going to get crazy, right? It's only going to get crazier.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a collapse of the old guard, though. That's what this is. I don't know how big of this ties into this, but they say it's a collapse of the old guard, and the old guard is the old way of how we used to live, and AI will take over.
Yeah.
But there's two different AIs: the good side and the bad side to that.
Frankie, can I ask you a question? What? Who's redder, me or Jesse? Because I'm always red, and Jesse's pretty red too. Who's redder? Who could be Hellboy?
Yeah.
Who could play Hellboy?
Hot-blooded.
I just
That's your
always read. I
song.
don't know
No,
why.
but that's his song to me. Hot-blooded. You know that song?
Hot-blooded.
Got a fever of 103 because I'm hot-blooded.
That's your theme song.
Well, ain't you a high blood pressure?
But even when I was in
You've
my
always
20s,
been red. You've always
before
been
I
red.
had high blood
Always.
pressure, I
That
was
makes
always
sense
red.
though. You think about like your body. You're tall. Your body's got to pump a lot of pressure to get the blood pumping.
I know,
Do
but-
bigger people have higher blood
Well,
pressure in
Jesse's
general?
not exactly a monster, and he's fairly red. So I was just asking, like, why do you?
No,
do you
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in general. Do bigger
Well, yeah.
people have higher blood pressure? That would make sense.
That
'Cause
would
you
make
gotta pump.
sense.
You got to pump
Yeah.
further. Your blood has to pump further.
I mean, I suppose, yeah. Yeah. Do I have a bigger heart than you do? It's the same size.
Bigger vagina.
So supposedly your heart's on a pump. It's a valve.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me one time, Frankie, that Trump believes that
Yeah,
you only get
yeah.
so many beats out of your heart,
That's why it doesn't work out.
and he doesn't work out because he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but you ever see the meme where athletic Trump, bro? He's an athlete, dude.
In golf, he is for sure.
No. Watch
What
him playing
else?
volleyball.
Oh, volleyball. Back in the
Volleyball.
day, back in
Boom.
the day,
Right.
yeah.
He throws a strike from the major league mound. He did the punt pass, pitch punt pass. Boom! Zing the friggin' zing tire with with a football.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn, dude. This guy, he don't look like an athlete, but
He's pretty nasty on the golf course too,
yeah.
and he's dodging snipers now while he's out there playing.
Yeah.
So
Yo, did you hear the prediction of the guy who predicted Trump's 2 assassinations?
I know, you
the
said it,
prophet.
something.
I said this to you before. I know.
Yeah.
But he's like he predicted this right a while ago. Then he also predicted. I was talking to him about like I'm gonna just tell everybody right, just XRP. Like if you want to make an investment, I stand behind that. That's my own personal
You've
thing.
definitely been saying that for years.
I've been saying that for years. And he predicted that too. That's another prediction.
I made a bet today.
You did?
What's your bet?
Somebody.
What's your bet?
I've got a buddy Rob. You know Rob, the purple belt jiu-jitsu, older gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Rob. Yeah.
Rob.
Ex-military.
Yeah. He was like talking about. We was just talking about Trump, this and that, and I was like, dude, they're not gonna let him win. He's like, he's winning. I'll bet you $100. He's winning. I said, dude, I hope, but yeah, I'll bet you that $100 he ain't winning.
Yeah, and
You could be right.
We've talked about this, and I
could be
can't
right.
predict why. I've given a number of reasons, whether they jail him, whether they assassinate him. What do you think it will be? Do you dare
Stealing.
put another $100?
Stealing
Kamala
their
Harris
elections.
is the most famous president, a running president ever. That's how. She went from the worst rated vice president in the history of ratings to the highest rated presidential candidate ever.
Yeah,
That's why.
pretty insane. So
She's not though.
So you're saying
Yeah, exactly. She's not, but she's gonna win because of it.
because they're gonna rig it. Like they rigged the 2020 election. And
Rig
they
it,
could
or
go
do that
down
many
way.
people hate Trump?
No, bro. No. So many people I know switched. They switched.
I know, but
They used to hate him, and they switched because they see the bigger deception behind everything. I know people that like that.
Andrew, grab your headphones because I always love your take on this. You're pretty
listen,
well read and well educated on this, and I want your thoughts on this.
Because it could go that way. I think it-
Iran is bombing Israel right now.
180 bombs came in today, or something like that.
I know, yeah.
So, you think we're going to war?
Well, I hope not. I mean, I'm not going to war.
So, just briefly, you heard what we were talking about. Frankie did a $100 bet today. He's saying, and I said this a few weeks ago, I just think at all costs, whatever it may be, and I don't know what it's going to be, they are not going to let this man win. What is your you care to take that ball and run?
I think he's going to win.
You do.
I don't know if it'll be on election day.
Yeah, you think they might rig it, right?
think they're gonna
Again,
rig it.
and
They
then
have to.
expose it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
like
have
they did in 2020? Like they did in 2020?
Bro,
And
that-
there's not going to be a 2024 election?
But he didn't-
Like that?
But he didn't have the public
Flashback.
He didn't have the public mandate for it in 2020.
100%.
Now he does.
And I think that would have caused a civil war back then.
Yeah, he walked away because of the Civil War aspect.
So this one, he's like, we're
So
going
you
Civil
believe
War.
because
We're going to go
you've
Civil
sent
War
me
then.
you've sent me many things that say
No, I
he's
just think there's other
still
things.
in power. You believe
I think
that?
he's still in power. So
You
it's
believe
I'd
that?
be the Republic of the United States.
No.
I do. And Biden and that side is the corporate America, which is the Vatican,
But
London.
if he's
and-
fighting so hard for us, and your take is he stepped away to avoid a civil war, isn't that almost inevitable?
I think he devolved the government. I think the military is really
in control.
in control.
Me too.
And I think Biden is just like domestically doing whatever he's able to do. But there's a reason why like World War III hasn't popped off yet.
Agreed.
And how like these wars, yeah, we'll send money, but like we haven't gotten involved like we normally would.
Agreed.
Because they want a war.
Interesting.
They want us to. They want us in Israel. They wanted us in
Interesting.
Ukraine. They want us. in
That's us
Iran.
repeating old.
They want us in Taiwan. They want us anywhere because
Yeah.
the war is like big business.
Have you
I'm so with you on that.
go
I'm on
ahead
the same
expand
side.
on that, and then I was going to
No,
change topic.
that's exactly where I'm at. Like I believe military has been in control. This is a military operation. What do you think draining the swamp means? Right now, RFK's in it, right? You tie in with the Kennedys back in the day when Kennedy was assassinated, and yeah, it just there's so much to this that it's like kind of mind blowing.
But if we're in this alternate reality that every 99% of America believes, doesn't it just become reality then? If we're living this, simulation that is
Yeah.
not real, and when is the grand reveal? When does it happen?
I think we're living
Because then it
right
becomes
now.
reality.
We're living in it right now. It's about to happen.
You think the grand reveal is?
I think they said
So
the
you think-
emergency
you-
broadcast system will be announced.
Do
right?
you think there's still, because you've said this, do you think there still won't be an election in 2024?
No,
in
so
November next month?
that's how I kind of got misconstrued, right? Like,
Okay.
all right, there could be an election, there could not be an election, right? They could. Let me just explain this because of the 2020 election fraud. That's what I meant by that, right?
Moving the goal line.
No, I'm not moving the goal line. I'm just saying they could steal it again. Then they had to air out the 2020 and 2024 election fraud and show the people, because you can't tell the people, you have to show the people.
And Trump never conceded.
He never conceded.
They still have to resolve 2020.
Interesting.
And we're living in this time frame right now, and that's what I believe too. 'Cause like
The hate comments
I
are
don't
literally
know, bro.
going.
I think this is all. I think this is all, like, he never conceded. Never. It's just all hope, and fucking
is.
smoke and mirrors.
I don't think
doesn't-
smoke
and mirrors,
The guy
but it
doesn't
is-
seem worried. The guy, I don't know.
Bro, he never seems worried, dude. He's the he
Shot in
he
the
thinks-
ear. He didn't seem worried.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. This dude is.
That ear healed perfectly, by the way.
technology that we don't have yet.
No, listen, I believe he got shot, but you can't
People
tell.
said it
by
might
the-
not even have been. He might not have got hit with the bullet, but it would have been
The
shrapnel of the
glass
bullet.
from the
Yeah, that could be.
teleprompter. They were
Yeah,
saying.
so
Yeah.
that makes sense. So he still got shot, dude. I don't give a shit what they
Yeah.
say. You got
I mean,
shot.
it went right past his head.
Yeah.
And again, why did they? I believe we talked about this.
It's like,
but
dude, did he go down there like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin and cut his ear with a fucking
No,
razor and got
no,
up? No, he definitely bleeding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they say the FBI, I guess, never releases anything from these mass shooters or school shooters. They never release their
Manifestos and stuff,
Release
yeah.
their manifesto, but they did with this guy who wrote his manifesto from jail. I mean, he was already behind
After the
bars,
fact.
and they released it. And within his manifesto, it says, anybody that can finish the job will be paid 150. Will be paid by who? Who's paying it?
The reason I think he's going to
on.
win is just the fact that they're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
At this point, like they have to do something because they're afraid.
Yeah.
100%. Well, they know because
This
is the
episode
end of
just got
times for them.
demonetized.
Well, no, because it's in the time for it's the end of times for the evil, and that's what I believe. It's like
it's
like
crazy.
the
you, got,
Bible.
you got Elon Musk literally like campaigning for Trump, pretty much. You know.
Yep.
Plus, we have Twitter, we have X this time. We didn't have that last time.
Yeah.
Well, we've lost TikTok though. TikTok's. I remember. Listen, when TikTok first came on the scene, they were calling it the conservative platform when it first came out, and then it's now
Yeah, but
taking
that
a
stuff's
hard
still there.
left
Roger
turn.
did
guys
some
like-
dances on
You're
there.
talking the older
Fucking
millennial.
turned
Those
to
were,
shit.
hey, you were liking them. They were good
Are you
dances.
talking about the older millennial getting banned? That
Yeah,
guy?
well, I mean, just one of them.
yeah, but like these guys just get big and they get banned. They start another page, but that stuff's still there.
yeah,
But X is the spot. Like, because last time, like, they're the ones that helped cover up the Hunter Biden laptop
Right.
and ban the New York Post. This time, like, they don't have that. So there's a freer flow of information now, and there's a lot of alternative media that didn't exist in 2020.
I know,
Agreed.
but they seem to
Rumble.
on certain platforms, maybe not on X now, but on certain platforms, if you speak out on the conservative side, you seem to get banned way easier than the left side.
Agreed.
Switching gears a little bit, have you been following Candace Owens with exposing sort of Kamala's history with her
Lineage?
family? And have you been following?
No.
Do you
Not really.
you have any take on that? No.
No.
As far as what?
What? Yeah. What did she expose?
Just I mean, I would have to pull it up to speak factually, but just that the pictures of her with her grandmother couldn't be her grandmother because her grandmother had died by that age. You know what I mean?
They can't dig
See, I
into
think,
her
but I think
past.
all this shit's stupid. Like we're worried about like
Yeah,
whether she's
dumb
Indian or
stuff.
she's
Yeah,
black.
who
Like
cares?
she's a fucking communist. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Well, I agree.
That's
but,
ultimately,
but
like,
it
what
would
we're
be
losing sight
it
of.
would be proving a lie.
Right.
It would be actual proof that a
But
lie
you gotta
exists.
realize,
right?
like people that are voting for her don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
They don't give a fuck.
Yo, most of the people, I don't know about most, but a lot of people are voting just because they don't like Trump, though.
Right.
That's
Oh,
why
'cause
most.
they're still-
That's why like people that probably don't have anything in politics. They say, "Oh, Trump's bad. He's an asshole. He tweets bad things. He makes fun of fat people. He makes fun of retarded people."
But like
But no,
honestly,
he-
like most people you deal with on a daily basis are fucking stupid. Like it doesn't matter. You could show them anything, and they're just gonna be like, "Well,
Yeah.
what about Trump?" Like they're just fucking stupid.
They don't do any research themselves. They
Yes,
only hear
yes,
what they
yes,
regurgitate what
yes,
they
and
say.
no. Yes and no. I mean, I'm not. Go ahead, Frankie. You can second this. I'm not overly intelligent, but you are mass fed by the media. Just all this, which is what most people go to, right? So you almost can't blame them. I mean, they're just mass fed. Orange man bad,
Programmed.
So yes, maybe there is. I don't know if I would call it stupidity, but the lack of effort to expose yourself to more availability of news rather than mainstream media. You know what I mean?
Because they're dumb. They care about superficial bullshit.
Mm.
Like literally, like who got voted off Survivor? When am I going to Disney
True.
World? Like,
True.
like Taylor Swift. Like, don't get me wrong. Like everyone has interests. Everyone likes music, likes different things. I do, but that's what people care about.
Yeah, we should be concerned
They
with
care about
the
dumb
border
shit.
and
Like-
right,
Materialistic.
And I know a
And-
lot of people like that, and they're not bad people. They're just fucking stupid.
right.
You know, like it's. And I don't have anything against them. They're just not smart.
You know what it is, though? They've been programmed so long that they're just in the system. And that's what
Right.
it is. They're so programmed into that, thinking that that's reality when that's not. We're open-minded free thinkers, right?
Right.
They don't want that. And that's what they look at the way the Rockefellers design everything. Not work. They want workers, not free thinkers, not people thinking outside the box.
They want worker bees.
Yeah.
I spoke to I won't say her name. She wouldn't want me to expose her, but somebody in the industry that's been in the Hollywood industry for a long time, lived in California. I spoke to her. I hadn't talked to her in a long time, and I had quite a lengthy conversation with her the other day about some business stuff. And she used to post very, very leftist view stuff. I remember she posted this is probably 2016, 17, very negative Trump stuff, and so I just assumed that was her point of view. I talked to her, and she's moved to Florida, can't stand Hollywood anymore.
Who is this?
Well, I can't say her name. I'm sure she doesn't want to know, but somebody in the Hollywood business that lived in California pretty much her whole life and has totally been red-pilled.
Jenna Jameson.
No.
Get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
But that happens though. It's happened to people I know
Yeah.
that hated him.
Yep.
Until they started diving deeper. That's what we were just talking about. You just have to dive deep and just look into a little bit of things, and then you're gonna find out like, oh shit, this is like
She
But
said
it's bigger than Trump. It's bigger than like
Yeah,
all this. It's
it
just like
is.
there's shit that goes on in the
Spiritual.
world that
She said what
people
did it
just-
for her
They look the other way.
was
yeah.
someone told her to look up the Clinton hit list, and she started really doing a deep dive on it. And
Wow,
said,
it's crazy.
holy shit, this is real. You know what I mean? So
It is.
A lot of people don't want to know. They'd rather be
Ignorance
blind
is
to
bliss,
it.
yeah,
right?
life
You know?
is better with your head in the sand. Definitely, it is.
I
No
mean, like
question about
I woke up years ago to how like fucked up everything is. So like now people that are waking up, I'm just kind of like,
it. Where you been?
But
like
the
you
problem
said,
is though,
welcome.
Yeah, welcome, exactly.
Whatever they
I'm
set
with
out,
you.
whatever they set out to do, they achieved. Because all of us don't believe anything,
They did.
and then when you don't believe anything, you don't stand for anything. You know what I mean? That's the problem. They want us all saying, "I don't know." That's what I say. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. They want that. You know what I mean?
'Cause we don't.
Because we don't know, and we don't have a hill to stand on. Because I don't know what's real and what's not. That's bad.
Basic,
That's the
basic
devil.
Constitutional
That's the devil.
principles, I think, are something that we.
Well,
all
did
agree
did you see John Kerry? Where's John
yeah,
Kerry?
John Kerry.
Yeah, John Kerry talking about how the fucking First Amendment is getting in their way of governing. It's getting in the way of the governing. Wait, the Constitution is getting in the way of you governing? The problem is the politicians don't work for us anymore. Right. Politicians were put in place to make sure that our Constitution was held up and our rights were held up. Politicians do not do that at all anymore. Yeah. Now they are coming after us. The people we put in charge are coming after us. Yeah. They're trying to take our rights away. They're literally trying to take the First Amendment away. They're saying, "Oh, how can we battle disinformation with this First Amendment?" What? The First Amendment is for speech that you don't want to hear. That's what it protects. It doesn't protect the shit you want to hear. Right. It protects the shit you don't want to hear.
Right.
Agreed.
And it's crazy that they're literally going for that right now. They are trying to take our rights away. No and if I mean, I don't know who's we. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Talk about it? I guess we talk about it. That's all we do. Like, when is something really gonna happen?
We thought, and maybe some of us, most of us, still think that voting was the difference.
I don't know, man.
I'm beginning to think that voting is not the difference.
I don't know, for real.
Because if it's not honest and integral, or it's not actual
then
U.S. citizens voting, then it's an unfair election.
The guy, was that Sean Ryan? Was that his name?
Yeah, he was just on Rogan.
I was listening to him a little bit, and he's like talking about how he thinks a civil war is imminent. You know?
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, but
imminent.
how does a civil war work
Just
nowadays?
When does?
Yeah, but how does it work? Tell me.
I don't know that anybody had a plan for any. When we had a civil war, every country's had a civil war for the most part.
Okay,
right?
our civil war was North versus South. How the fuck does this one work? That's what I'm trying to say. How does this one work?
A civil war looks like the summer of love with after George Floyd. That's what that looks like, because it's the left getting away with doing whatever the fuck they want, burning cities down, looting, rioting.
But listen.
But then January 6th
I would
happens,
say,
like shit like that. That was our side.
I would say it would
we
have.
get fucking we get the boot on our neck.
I would say it looks like that. It probably does look like that, but it would probably look more like the LA riots. I believe it was the LA riots, where the Asian community defended their stores.
The
I would
rooftop
say
Koreans.
The rooftop Koreans. That's what I was trying to look for.
But like
I would say it looks a little bit more like that.
But you know, there are no. They say this. There are no red states. There are no blue states. Only blue cities. Mm-hmm. So like, so that's what I'm saying. So, or is it going to be states like even New Jersey, right? The Turnpike Belt is Democrat, right?
Yeah,
it's the most population in New Jersey too. So we're probably going to be a Democratic state.
Bridge down
but
Philly. Yeah.
the area is mostly Republican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
North Jersey, South Jersey,
for the most part,
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Or Pennsylvania. Oh, so what? Is it going to be the middle of the state is fighting Philadelphia and Pittsburgh? You know what I'm saying?
Don't they?
Like, how does civil war work like that?
They eat themselves. If it's
the cities, how does it work?
They burn their own, and I guess then when they.
That's why you stay out of the
cities. But like, how do you
now.
like? Yeah, I just
stay
don't.
Out of the
stay out of the cities.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, civil war makes sense. All right, you're a Virginia. You're below Virginia. You're fighting for the South.
I get it.
You're like, how does New York and New Jersey fight? When most of New York, you go to upstate New York, they're all probably conservative people. And what, they're gonna just fight in New York City? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Well,
or how about someone?
Biden,
And then how about this? How about this?
We don't own.
But how about this? They said the Civil War has been going on right now. It's been going on. It's like a Cold War. It's like a cold Civil War. It's been going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it
we
kind of
don't
has
have
if you think about it.
F-16s, Roger,
Like we are
but,
so
January 6th, people were banging on the doors. That was the end of democracy.
Say that again.
January 6th was the end of democracy because people were banging on the doors.
Well,
but, we
that's
don't have
that's why they F-16s.
F-16s.
sent such a strong message and held those people for so long without a trial, and then when they did get a trial, I mean, some of them are doing 20 years, and you know what I mean,
though, that,
because they wanted to send a strong message. That was their first visual that, oh my God, it could be. You know what I mean? Because what do they say? It only takes 2% or 1% or 2% of the 3% of the population to overthrow the government, and they got very nervous and they threw the
people
book
are the
at those
power.
guys. Even though nobody was there to overthrow the government, nobody showed up with weapons. Nobody showed up.
Except the Antifa.
Yeah.
People
agitators
still
and
believe
MAGA
that to this day. I know people that post online that I'm friends with that still think like January 6th was the worst heinous crime in American
Because
history.
they watch mainstream.
Yeah, I
media.
know. It's like it's an old school couple guys that I know, right? And I'm like, I feel like but they're so far gone. They're so far caught up in like whatever CNN says is like truth.
And I'm not saying there wasn't bad apples. You know, I'm not saying that.
Of course, there was some bad apples, but you find out that most of it was like you got federal agents, you got Antifa mixed in the group, right? Like there was a bigger agenda to that.
I'm just saying the narrative that is pushed is that they were there to overthrow democracy, which is not the truth. They weren't.
well, that was also like a psyop.
It was.
You know, with the guy saying, "Go storm the Capitol,
false flag.
come to the Capitol, storm the Capitol." I think there's one guy that was, who was it? Oh, supposedly I don't know. The guy Nick Fuentes,
Yeah.
right? They say he might be like a mark. You know what I mean? Supposedly he was one of the he never did no jail time for January 6th, and he was there. He was in the thing, telling people, "Let's go, let's
That guy
go,"
Ray Epps
but he
was
did
there.
no
Yeah.
jail time. Why didn't he do any jail time? Is that weird? I think that's a little weird.
100%.
You know?
Well,
100%.
Epps as well. I mean, he was definitely an inside
Well, yeah,
operative.
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
saying. That was definitely a psyop, right? I mean, they wanted that to happen. They wanted to happen.
Yeah.
They did.
You say they have to show us. I heard you say that.
They have to
before.
show us.
But
You
they
can't
don't-
tell us. If you tell someone something,
I know, but how do they show us? When
No one believes it anyway.
expose it. Yeah, but well, you're right. What's that called?
People are okay with it. Stockholm syndrome,
Stockholm
kind of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you could show, like we were just saying before, you could show them all the evidence in the world, and they're still gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the?
No, not
Dude,
everybody,
we go
but
back
some
to that
people.
guy. We go back to our KGB guy.
Yeah.
The demoralization of America. He's
Yeah,
like,
in the
people
80s.
will see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and they still won't believe it. They still won't
Orwellian.
believe it. You know what I mean?
Because life is still relatively good here. That's why. As long as people can get up.
Oh, these fucking longshoremen don't go to work. Ain't gonna be too fucking good.
It's about to be a little crazy. I think but it is gonna get crazy.
In comparison to other countries, it's still pretty good here.
Oh yeah.
Of
Well, listen,
course.
bro.
People
Of
don't want to do
course.
anything yet because it hasn't gotten absolutely atrocious. You know?
This is spiritual. This whole shit.
Oh, I believe that.
This whole shit is. This isn't left versus right. This is a spiritual thing that's going on with planet Earth.
I'm not about that left versus right anymore. I was for a bit, but
I'm glad. We're
I'm
all
about-
not.
I'm
Yeah,
about
we
good
kinda,
versus
like,
evil,
bypass
for
that,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just see how this plays out.
So what do we got?
30-something days. 30-something days. Someone said.
Yeah.
I heard.
Give us a prediction, Jesse, because you're good at predictions.
No, he's not.
no,
he's
he's
not.
No,
What are you talking
no. He's good at giving them.
He's
They're
like,
not-
they
they're not-
never come. They never come to
They're
fruition.
not accurate, but
Okay.
he's
Not
good
yet.
at giving them.
Not yet. Not yet. Mine have no, but they have though. But they haven't. I get it. They just haven't yet. But no, I do. I think like we will witness a blackout. I don't know what that is, right? I've been talking about that for years for you guys.
Verizon was down yesterday.
Well, dude, I'm just hearing
We'll get a blackout.
Rogan talking to someone how they talking about our infrastructure is so fucking bad and it's so vulnerable, and someone could literally just take out our electric grid. You know, the whole eastern seaboard, like that easily. Like, that's scary, bro.
They called that for like 4 years now. They said, well, we will have 10 days of darkness. Kind of like biblical, though, too, in the same sense.
that
And the
affects
emergency
everything.
broadcast system will be announced, right? It's called like the Gods of Raj or something like that, Odin, or something along those lines. But they that's through Space Force. And they were going to, that's when a lot of things get exposed.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Flag mode.
That's probably one of the
But
best movies.
supposedly that's
What'd you
like
say?
one of the game
Spaceballs.
plans.
Bad?
Best.
Oh, best.
movie.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Combing the desert.
Man, we ain't found shit.
That's what we're living in right now. Almost. Oh, did you hear about the second moon? And then there's like this craft
Whoa.
coming to planet Earth.
What? What moon? What second moon? I
Yeah,
haven't
second
seen the
moon.
second moon in the
They
sky.
call it an asteroid. Yeah, right now there's a second moon.
What?
Yeah,
Where?
it's happened on the 29th.
Bruce Willis and his buddies going up there to blow it up, put a drill down through the
No,
middle
but
of
there's a second moon supposedly here right now, right? For the next 2-3 months.
Where is this second moon?
They can see it in the southern hemisphere of Earth. Like certain, I forget, Africa's one. You guys haven't heard that yet?
No.
No?
We watch different news than
shit.
they do.
There's a second moon.
That they just discovered?
Yeah, no, they knew that was coming, and now there's like a ship coming to planet Earth. Well, I don't know.
Wait, it's like a craft
Yeah,
with the aliens on it, or we don't know yet?
No, we don't know yet.
Oh.
So
we
we're not
can-
going to Port Newark. They won't be able to get unload there.
Yeah, it's on its way to. It should be in like 3 weeks, something like
It's going to
that.
land in 3 weeks.
No, it should
Well,
be
that's right
by
around the
planet
time the
Earth.
election's
Right in
happening,
time,
so
yeah.
that should be interesting.
Yeah, look into it. There's a second moon. This is wild ass shit. It's like you say talk about Spaceballs. That's what got me into
Look
this.
this up. Go
Star
ahead, keep
Wars.
talking.
Yeah, but like there's supposedly a second moon, right? That's fucking with everything. And then there's a spaceship coming here, or who they don't know
Bro,
yet.
get the
They don't know yet. They don't know yet.
outta
But
here
that's
with all
that's
this
another
shit.
thing. I know it's crazy.
Come on. Come on.
He's gonna find it right now. I'm telling you.
NASA scientists calculated the Earth should have captured a second moon on Sunday, September 29th. The mini moon is actually the tiny asteroid 2024 PT5, which usually orbits the sun as part of a small asteroid belt that
So it's
follows
not a
Earth.
moon.
It's a small asteroid. That's no big deal. Hey, listen, we got
So some people
we
think
got
it's a planet.
we got a drill team for that.
Nibiru, or whatever.
That's what the Scientologists believe in. Is it
Yeah,
Nibiru?
it's like a Nibiru. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, the
Go
prediction of
Feeton,
that,
right?
Yeah. The hidden planet, because there's a hidden planet amongst us. I don't know. This is just like like fun talk. I don't know. But
Every time Frankie and I are like, well, stay away from politics, and Jesse's here, we know
Yeah,
we're
but
getting
Jesse,
into politics.
Jesse, everything's so fucked up, and I don't believe anything. Like, I'll believe anything you tell me.
Yeah.
I
At
don't.
this
We
point-
don't. We
at
don't
this
know.
point, like,
Fuck.
They lie so much.
Sorry
it could
for
be true.
cursing, but yeah, we don't know.
I agree with you. I think plausible. I think
question
almost
everything.
anything is plausible.
Exactly.
I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm not saying I don't believe it. You know what I
But
mean?
then it's coming from NASA, and I'm like, I don't believe NASA.
And that does suck to be like that, right? Because you never have a full faith in anything being truthful. You're just
I do.
Like,
You know
oh,
what?
maybe.
One
Everything's
thing.
like, oh, maybe.
Find your truth.
God.
No.
What's that movie from?
God.
Find your truth. Fuck's that mean? Find my truth.
Yeah.
What movie is that from?
I've heard of it.
Find your truth.
It's only
No,
one truth.
my truth is God.
Your
God's
truth.
within us.
I do.
I
agree
know
with
that.
I do.
don't
agree
believe
with
it. I know it, and that's my truth. And I know there's something big about to happen. I don't know what it is, but like you put everything together, that I'm feeling something obviously, or something putting me in the direction. And like just for instance with the XRP, I know it's crazy, but with the XRP today, I'm telling the guy at the grocery store, right, that stocks all the shelves.
But
and
what
does
does
all the
God
things.
have to do with that? God
But
has
just
nothing
listen.
to do with.
No, just listen. And then all of a sudden I look up. There's a sign saying produce 777. Right. That's my number. Right. That's just, it's one of my numbers. I'm pointing out to the guy. I'm like, I don't know if you believe in that, but like, there's a sign as I'm telling you about XRP. He's like, that number shouldn't be there because nothing is 777 in the store.
Dude, I ordered.
How is that possible?
Frankie was talking about Wawa being automated. You know how you get the little ticket.
Yep.
A couple days ago, I was with my kids, ordered some shit 666. I was like,
Oh, God.
and then today it was 999. Is that bad?
9 is
upside
divine.
down.
9 is divine.
Is that good?
No.
If
It's
you
good.
had
It's
upside
good.
down.
Oh,
it's not
so
bad.
I reversed it. I got
So-
999 today.
And 666 could mean me check in with yourself and your path. Something could be off. It's not necessarily
Something's off, all right.
but not as like when you
Something's
get the
off,
angel
all
number
right.
like that, or people use it for the evil reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
'Cause,
about,
everything-
69? 6969.
That's
Takeshi.
That's my sign. It's Cancer.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a very,
You guys been following this hurricane stuff at all? It's like 150 deaths so far. You know, the Carolinas probably got hit the hardest. Georgia got hit pretty hard.
100. How do that many people die though?
I would think. Again, I'm guessing here, but I would think it'd be mostly elderly people.
I know,
no?
but still, like they get stuck. They can't get out of there
Well,
before.
a lot of poor
They don't wanna
communities,
leave.
probably
Yeah.
people on oxygen, whatever, that need
Yeah, right,
services that
right.
can't get helped. You know.
That's sad.
Is it DARPA?
You where
Is it DARPA?
Good.
where were you living when Hurricane oh wait, were you with me? No, you had moved out from living with me for Sandy, because that's the worst
I was in
hurricane we'll probably ever experience in our lifetime. Where were you living then? With
I
Derek?
think California.
You were in California
I
for
think I
Sandy?
believe so.
Oh, where were you, Frankie? What
I
else?
was Roundtree.
So you didn't get any flooding, really? You got trees down?
No, but
probably,
yeah,
power
I
out?
remember the fence fell down, trees.
I'll send you the picture. But
I'll never forget. We were like, my kids were young, so we all slept in the pull-out couch because we were worried trees were gonna fall into the house. You know what I mean? And people were looting too. You know,
Yeah.
remember people were looting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I had the burner downstairs and shit. You know. And I remember the night of the storm. The next day we look out and they're like, oh my god, look at the fence. The fence fell down. And Frankie goes, maybe Bob the Builder could fix it. I'll never forget that.
I never see Frankie scared, so I love seeing him nervous.
I wasn't scared.
Not scared, nervous. I love seeing him nervous. I always tell the motorcycle story, seeing him on the I-95 with the dump trucks whizzing by. One of the greatest moments of my life, just looking at his face because he's just white and just white-knuckled. But your story about the tornado hitting here, like, get in the basement! I could, bro, can you pull that up on camera?
I have it on my Instagram.
Do you really?
Yeah, I posted it.
Were
I
you
posted
running
on my
down to the
Instagram,
basement?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. It wasn't an actual tornado. It was, what do they call it?
Straight line winds.
Straight line
But dude,
winds.
it was a fucking tornado to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was a. I remember I was outside. I'm like, because we were like, it was during COVID. There wasn't shit to do. You know what I mean? I'm like, kids, let's go get the bikes. We'll go watch this storm. You know? And I go outside. I'm bringing the garbage cans out. And I'm like, come on, hurry up, guys. It's coming. And then all of a sudden I'm like, hey. Stay inside. And then I'm like, guys, go. It was like, because I remember looking, like I'm out on my street and I'm like, you heard like this fucking noise. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And then all of a sudden the trees start going crazy. I'm like, holy shit. And I jumped in. I'm like, guys, go. And I remember Frank couldn't open the door. I'm like, get inside. And literally by the time I got inside to say, get in the basement, it was gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But dude, a stick went through my window.
Yeah. You had some
I
decent
ripped
storm damage.
my roof off.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
We had one when we were a kid too. Remember that?
Tornado?
Yeah.
No.
That went down 37.
No.
No.
I remember people were calling it a tornado, and it was technically called a straight line wind, but it did do some damage. Vaughn Ave was fucking destroyed.
Bro,
you know?
this whole neighborhood was
Yeah.
destroyed.
But Hurricane Sandy, worst storm I've ever seen in my lifetime. The next day, I had to ride a jet ski to my house.
I seen
That's
that.
how deep the water was.
Yeah.
I'll send you the pictures of that. Send him the pictures of you screaming to your family and run in the basement. And I'll send him the picture of me riding a jet ski to my house during Hurricane Sandy. But you were in Cali?
I believe so. That or Beechwood.
All right.
What year was
Yeah.
it?
Well, anyway,
12.
talking about our
Right?
experiences.
12, right?
A lot of people.
2012?
Was it?
Was
Yeah,
Sandy? Yeah,
maybe
probably.
12.
I
Yeah,
think
I forget.
2012.
But what's this one? Helene, right? That just hit.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of people
Helene?
are. I think it wasn't. Is it
Helen?
Hurricane?
Oh, there was
Is that
there was
Helen?
one that happened.
Helene?
I think it's Helene.
You guys hear about that?
Helena.
There was one
Maybe
called
Helena?
Helen.
That would be with an A, isn't it? This ends in an E.
It
No.
does?
Yeah.
After
Helena.
Troy. What's it called? Helena?
What?
Helen.
Troy?
Yeah, remember the movie Troy?
Helena.
All
Helena.
right.
Or Helen.
Whatever.
Or whatever.
My point is that you know, talking about infrastructure, we're talking about power outages and things like that. There's tons of people right now that are experiencing that.
Can you pull this up, Andrew? That there was one same type of storm, same time, and it was called Helena, back in the 50s, I believe. Something like that. Same storm, same time, same trajectory.
Really. So what are you hinting at? That history repeats itself?
It's repeated. Something's going on.
Really?
What's the chance of that happening?
Well,
And called the same storm.
I
They
mean,
call it the
dude,
same
Florida
storm.
gets hit every.
Yeah, but they
every
called it
year.
they called it the same one, and it happened at the same time, and it was a category 4 on top of that. That's just weird. I don't know.
Hurricane, 1958.
See,
Yeah, it was Category 4. September
See?
26th, 1958.
bro.
Same trajectory, basically. Florida
It
up.
came within 10 miles of Cape Fear, North Carolina, before going out to sea. Wow.
DARPA.
Harp.
Yeah.
right?
Harp.
Yeah,
Harp.
harp.
What is DARPA? DARPA is something different.
DARPA is
DARPA's
something. What is that?
Isn't DARPA something with science?
Yeah, but so is harp.
No, Harp's the weather
the
machine.
weather
The
machine.
weather
DARPA.
Alaska.
DARPA is something though. What is DARPA?
Yeah, what is that?
I know
It
it's
is
something
something.
else.
You're right,
Wasn't
though,
that
but
the
it is harp.
government project that became
Maybe.
Facebook? DARPA.
Maybe HAARP.
Yeah, high altitude
Defense Advanced
something.
Research Projects Agency. DARPA. No, it says something more like about that. DARPA is more about like UFOs and stuff.
Oh, that's probably why.
I believe. Yeah.
I remember Alex Jones yelling about Harp back in like 2008.
Bro,
And
for
then,
real.
then did you ever see the show Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura?
I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I've
he
seen a
did an
couple.
episode on Harp. He did one on
Did he?
like the FEMA camps. It was
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I tell you something.
They did the JFK shooting. Yeah, they did everything.
Body Ventura.
Alex
seen, like,
Jones,
one or
the,
two.
the one thing he said that literally, like, before anybody was talking about it, he was doing the frog. They're turning the frogs gay. And then
I
what?
know.
Fucking 15, well, maybe not that long. 10 years later, literally, they find out that they're putting shit in the water that makes frogs gay.
You've been drinking that stuff, huh?
Yeah,
No, Jersey actually doesn't have any in it.
What
Most
is
states
it?
do though.
Not
It
fluoride.
starts with an A.
AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
No,
Or something. something like
That's the pharmaceutical
Astracine
company.
or something.
Astracine.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, our state doesn't have it.
Really?
Most of the states.
You would think.
Well, frogs aren't gay.
You would think. These
No, well, yeah, we
feathered
don't
ass
have that in
dudes.
the water supply. I looked it up. It was like very select few states don't have it. We were one.
Oh, wow. Well, we're doing
Wild
better.
times.
We're doing better than Flint, Michigan. All right.
Oh God.
Are we?
What is up with that? I know the whole Flint, Michigan. Obama's fucking thing that he was saying there, like he was,
I'm gonna drink water. I'm thirsty.
yeah,
I'm thirsty.
fucking spitting in everybody's
You
face.
have a water? Anybody have a water? I'm thirsty.
Him and Michael.
I mean, whether that came down to just that the infrastructure, the piping, was so old. And
All the pipe is old.
They refused to update it. They were doing like flushes or putting something in to line the piping rather than, and it was coming out
Oh,
people's
yeah.
faucets. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
You could actually light the water on fire. Crazy.
You ever seen the inside of these like water pipes though?
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's crazy.
I mean, most of the infrastructure is old steel pipe.
But like anywhere.
Steel?
Like here.
A lot of the older stuff is steel pipe. Yeah,
Really?
underground,
Water
yeah,
pipe is
yeah,
steel?
Yeah. I mean, the old shit. Yeah.
Crusted as
That's all
fuck.
they had back then.
Wow. I thought it was copper.
Should be copper.
No, I think most of it now is
Well, no, most of it now is probably
polymer
PEX.
and
Yeah. PEX, but that can't be good for you either.
Oh.
yeah,
Even
No.
copper probably ain't great.
No copper. I drink out of. Copper. Something with copper, like it charges the drink. It charges your water up.
My son loves Prime. I will not buy him
No.
energy drink Primes. I just buy him because they get it shipped to the house at his mom's house, and he's always like, "Dad, there's a new Prime out. Can I get
Prime's
it?"
horrible.
So I'm like, "All right, dude." I saw this thing popped up the other day on TikTok, and I was like, rather than me try to explain it to him, I'm just gonna, because it was nothing bad. It just said, "Don't buy this for your kids. This contains this."
Is it true
So-
though?
so I handed
Logan
it to
Paul.
him
There's a
in the
lawsuit. He
back
had a
seat.
lawsuit
Yeah,
against those
Logan
people.
Paul fought all that too. I don't think any of that stuff's true.
Well, I handed it to him, and I said, "Watch this, because this pertains to you, buddy." And he watched it. He goes, "I don't care. I love Prime. I'm going to keep drinking Prime."
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
You
Sounds
see that
like
one
me.
guy that eats like the Doritos? He's like, oh, it has red 40 and
Yeah,
red
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Stop being a pussy. We used to do ecstasy.
He dumps it in the dirt.
Yeah,
Starts
yeah.
eating it out of the dirt. Yeah.
It's delicious.
I mean, yeah, I know. We pick your poison for real.
I know.
We're in the world where like everything's poison, right? So pick it. I don't know.
I just work out, do the
Yeah,
sauna,
sweat yourself. Yeah, sweat it all
That's
out.
all.
There you go. That's a perfect example.
try to take vitamins, eat somewhat healthy.
Yeah. Sweat.
Don't
but
drink
you're
it. Don't
sweating-
drink all the time.
You're sweating daily.
I
Then.
like to drink.
And then now we got right. Well, like another good topic is the Diddy thing, right? We got that with that Maxwell and like Maxwell, Epstein, Diddy. They all tie into one
And
another.
nothing's gonna happen
I
to
know.
any
I
of
knew
them.
that was coming.
Diddy-
No one's gonna get exposed, and it's just gonna be another fucking. Oh my god, we talk about the Diddy tapes. Oh, the Epstein file. This, that. Nothing happens. So who gives a shit?
We'll see.
Diddy's going to commit suicide in jail. And nobody's going to get exposed.
But the same people at Diddy's party were on
know,
the
they said-
Maxwell Epstein's
They
list.
said Diddy was roommates with Sam Bankman
Yeah,
Fried.
Fried,
Like,
that's-
dude, what?
yeah.
How does that happen?
Did you ever see Tupac's audition when he was 17 years old?
Yeah, he's very flamboyant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Bro, he wasn't a gangster.
Wait. His audition tape when he was 17?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
I don't know if it
was-
was an audition tape. Yeah, kind of.
It was
like
an
an
audition.
interview. Yeah.
He's the
It's like,
most
I'm
hardcore
so-and-so
rapper
from
ever.
whatever
He's
high
like-
school.
He was it,
He's
though.
like this.
Yeah, he's very flamboyant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And supposedly him and Diddy were a thing. And that's
I don't know. That's getting crazy.
yeah, I know.
It's getting crazy.
But supposedly that was a thing back. That's why like Diddy put the hit on Tupac. Oh, he's watching it.
It's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet, and you're older than 16. If you're gonna see things, but it's hard to see the bad things.
Roger doesn't see it. You know, he's too close. He's too close to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you're too close to it.
You're fucking
Look, what are you talking about? He's not flamboyant.
It's crazy, man.
I think Frankie has a crush on me. He just won't admit
You
it.
never,
crush.
You never let
Talk
up.
about gayness so much in reference to me. And
He's too close to it, man. He doesn't see it.
Bro,
you
but
can
then,
admit it if you got feelings towards me. You can
Doesn't
admit
see
it.
it.
that video, I'm like, you were never a gangster, bro.
Mm.
They say it's all. They put that whole persona of like rap like
Five
that.
shots couldn't stop me. I dropped. Couldn't drop me. I took
Yeah.
in a smile.
Look at the hoods. They got one another fighting one another. That's what they wanted.
It's 17.
This
I
is
mean,
my
I
block.
guess some hardcore dudes at 17 are. Yeah.
How
I
are
mean,
you?
I guess
If we found the video of Roger doing an interview at 17, we might be a little suspect too.
Shit. I don't know what. I was definitely drinking quite a bit by 17 on the weekends.
Well, that's how you probably forgot about all those, horrible things.
What horrible things. Well, go ahead. Finish.
I'm just saying. The camp,
Band
You said
camp,
at
things-
camp?
The bad things that happened to me.
Cub
at camp.
Scouts, Maine Scouts, the Maine Scouts.
Did you watch that documentary about the Cub Scouts? About the
Maine-
Boy Scouts, rather?
Well, probably sick, right?
All the-
Twisted.
Well, because they're a
It was
nonprofit.
his- it was-
Most
it
of
was
their
one of his favorite shows.
most of their I was a scout leader. Most of their leaders are volunteers, right? And they would use the Boy Scouts as their way of getting closer to boys because they were
Yeah.
just volunteers. They weren't hired,
Sickos.
paid. So yeah, it was horrible, the molestation that
So
happened.
Boy
within
Scout
that.
honor?
You're a Boy Scout?
No.
Oh.
I did.
You
go
are
to
a Boy Scout,
Scouts.
right?
No, I was not a Boy Scout.
I was a Cub
the
Scout.
Girl
I think,
Scouts.
at one point.
Sold cookies.
You were what?
I did Cub Scout, I think.
I thought Cub Scouts were the girls.
No, Cubs are
Cub
Girl
Scouts are
Scouts.
the younger version of the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Those are the brownies.
Yeah.
Oh, the brown.
Brownies.
They,
They call them the Brownies.
they changed the name.
No,
now.
you're
It's not
right.
even
That's
Boy
what it
Scouts
is.
anymore. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Boys
Yeah,
Club
they-
of
no.
America or something.
It's GSA. It's or Scouts of America.
Scouts of America.
Because
Yeah.
now they're boys and girls.
Yeah.
Oh, they combined
And the girls are boys. You know what I'm saying? The boys are girls. It's like one of those clubs.
What else, Franklin? You got anything else? We got Jesse in here. Jesse, you usually got some good
Well, the
good
Diddy.
current topics for
Yeah,
us.
well, the Diddy thing.
You want to
was a good
expand on
one.
the Diddy thing a little bit?
Well,
Give
we
us your
kind of went in on the Diddy already.
Did you
and
go?
I feel
A
like
little bit.
a little bit, and we just really just no information. What information is there? Who's involved? Who's this? Like, come on. I don't know.
Well, they protect the victim, so you're never going to get their names, right? Just like the girls of Epstein, which I understand why they do that.
Yeah, but they didn't give. We have no list of Epstein. Just you said the black market stuff that came
the
out.
Johns.
Well, the same one that are on Diddy's list, though. So it's like they're going to tie into one another.
Like it's
And
another thing.
supposedly
Like
Diddy
too,
had
like,
an
like,
island too,
It's
right?
like another thing. Like there's been a point, and you were somewhat sort of famous, right?
Photogenic,
Or no, sort of famous, right?
I guess.
Like
Not really.
whatever. You're with certain people. Could you have ended up at a Diddy party at one time?
Yeah.
It wasn't
No.
that- it wasn't that cool.
I don't know. Whatever. Say your wife got invited, your ex-wife at the time got invited to a Diddy party, and you ended up there. And maybe there was freaky stuff, or maybe there wasn't freaky stuff. I'm sure every party didn't have a freak fest, or Diddy. I don't know who knows.
Bro,
Or
but you're
Diddy.
Justin. What you call it? Justin Bieber's story was wild as fuck, bro.
Bieber? Justin Bieber?
Yeah, whatever his
Bieber?
name is. Yeah, Bieber. Bieber.
Oh, the gay
Yeah,
club?
yeah. How old was he?
He
15?
was, bro,
14?
he just had that one hit song out at that time. So what was
Bro,
that, 15
and
maybe?
they took him to like a crazy
I
club.
did. He took
No,
me.
I mean,
Roger
I took you.
took
I
him
didn't
to a
take
gay
him.
club.
He took me.
Wow.
Yo, but you were in some crazy situation.
Yeah.
So you're saying you were at a Diddy party?
No.
But just think about that.
I'm
That's
saying.
But listen,
I
I'm bad with this. Not everybody that was that. Like, listen, I think those people that were involved with those Diddy parties and involved with Epstein that were actually involved are sickos for sure to the 10th degree. But you don't think there's some people that ended up on Epstein Island just like, like maybe Jesse's like this super famous guy. I'm with Jesse. Like, hey, we're going to a party on this island. This rich guys got off the boat. We're going to take a boat. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Well, I said it to you last time when we talked about it. I think when you reach a certain amount of fame and money and success and women are throwing themselves at you and you can literally just pick whatever one you want and you maybe did that for a long period of time, it becomes you look for something else. You look for and you're like
12-year-old?
Shit, no.
Well, then what do you
Fucking
mean?
pedophilia, you idiot. No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about
Dude,
Diddy.
What do you mean? That's what they're implying.
Diddy. That they're underage. I didn't know that.
Yeah, even at Diddy parties.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know that.
He brought in underage girls, knew they were underage, made these guys have sex with them.
Oh, I did not.
to incriminate.
I
them.
never heard underage. Did you hear underage? I
Yes.
never heard underage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I not underage, but sex party. Like once you've reached the level of being able to do whatever you want in life sexually, and that's usually when you're rich and famous.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, oh shit, I've done all that. I've done. Beautiful blondes are easy. Beautiful brunettes. Diddy throws these crazy parties where you can watch people have sex and you can partake in it if you want. I think people are just looking for the next thing when it becomes that easy. Yeah. I never reached that level of fucking fame where I could
see
do
what you're
that.
saying.
So
I do.
No, I wouldn't interest me, and
There's
I don't think it ever would because I'm not
I don't get
programmed like
that though. I don't get that. When you're like, oh, some guys they like so much stuff that they end up wanting a guy. Like they have so many girls, they want a guy. Like what?
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense to me.
I have met a guy.
I can see people wanting to push the
Maybe
limits
like
of
have
sexuality
two
and
girls.
watch people or something like that.
Yeah.
I can see where people want
But
to
I
do that.
can't see how like I'm this hypersexual, heterosexual dude. Now I want a dick. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. I don't get it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
you went full off the
Yeah,
rail with
yeah,
that one. Yeah. I agree. I know a dude though that had so much sex with so many different girls that he thought about that.
Yeah, that doesn't make no. That means that dude is a
Yeah.
is a faggot. Sorry,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yo, you know what? No,
wait,
you know
wait,
what?
wait,
Cam,
wait.
Cam,
He
wait
said,
on Cam.
He said thinks about it. Why doesn't he do it then?
Cam,
I
the
think
guy.
because
Who's the guy's name? Andrew. Cam Patterson.
Cam Patterson.
He said he came up. He was funny. I was
Oh, that
listening
was
to
hysterical. I saw that.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's like,
Women have assholes too.
yeah. He's like, how you be gay, man? If women have an asshole too. I'm like,
agreed.
damn,
That's
yeah.
fun fact.
I used to say that. I honestly, I think he stole it from me. He stole it from me because I was like, yo, why would you
Yeah.
want to fuck a butt when you could fuck a hairless butt?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
agreed. I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah,
Or
man,
if you
I'm
want a
with you.
hairy butt, just tell you get a Greek girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I don't get it. I don't get it.
My Greek girls have hair.
Nah, no.
Jewish girl. Jewish girl.
I was gonna say Italian. I was gonna say Italian. No.
Yo, but you're so right on
Yeah.
that. I agreed. Unless you had that in your since you were a little kid.
That means you're
Yeah.
that means you're like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear this bisexual, pansexual. You hear all these things.
No.
It's.
I always say it. I'll say it again. Andrew Dice Clay said it the best. You either suck dick or you do not suck dick.
Agreed.
You agree? Yeah.
That's it. That's
Agreed.
it.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I listen. I'm with you.
I like that analogy right there, right? Like you got to grow up a butt.
Yeah.
And it's wax. Even if it was hairy, she probably waxed.
I can, from experience, not every girl's down with that. However, but it's still
No, they're not. Most
No,
aren't. Though.
Definitely not.
Most are
definitely not. It's probably better than not.
Yeah, makes you want it more. I think.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think you're trying to. You're begging.
Yeah.
Every time she gets hammered, babe, please, come on, just once,
Just a tip.
just a tip.
Whoops.
And that's how you start to be gay.
Nah, exploring your female.
Like I said.
I think after a certain amount of time, right, you got to hit that point. You have to, almost. Why not explore that? It's your girl.
Yeah.
You got to get everything else possible. Why not explore that? But some girls just don't want to do that. I'm with you.
What else, gentlemen?
That's it, buddy.
Want to wrap it?
Let's wrap.
All right, pal. Let's wrap.
Take care, you little Champ are wait, what is it? What do you call it? Champion of Trampettes, right?
Trumpets.
Trampettes.
Trampettes, champion of Trampettes.
The 7 trumpets are about to be announced.
What is this,
It's
bro?
the Bible.
We got an ad read to do.
What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.